So it's 5:15, and I have to get up because I have to leave. And I have to leave because the guy at the gas station traded out my propane tank and gave me an empty tank. Because he had no clue what he was doing, or did he do it on purpose? I don't know. But I paid $19 and change after tax for an empty propane tank. I'm not happy at all about it, and now I have to get up early. I have to get up and leave now because I just ran out of gasoline in my generator. And my refrigerator has no power to run on because there's no propane. So now Danny and I have to leave to find a gas station to get propane.
Not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live.
I am on my way to my next destination, and I turned off the air conditioning fan, and Danny's gonna probably be pissed because she's got her face in the fan. It's so beautiful. I'm in Tennessee. I'm right outside of Memphis, not far from Memphis. I've come out this area to this part of Tennessee, the western portion of Tennessee. I mostly frequent East Tennessee, I guess you would say. On the east side of Paducah and Knoxville. But it's beautiful out here on the Memphis side, or the Elvis side, out here in the country. I've been to Graceland before. Love going to Graceland. I'm going to a campground that's way out in the boonies. It's really off the beaten path. Let's take a look off here to the side. I'm going to stop here for a moment. Roll down the window. I don't think there's anybody behind me. Wow. Beautiful countryside. So yeah, I guess this campground is way, way out. Could be a diamond in the rough. I'm not going to a diamond mine, no. Just a campground. So anyway, I have arrived. Here is where I am. Cherokee Landing. It is 1,000 Trails campground. It's telling me to make a right, but you don't make a right. You go right in here, 1,000 Trails. And let's see what it's about. I'm gonna go check in. Okay, so contrary to what I read, I mean, it's a long ride into the park from what I see and what I've seen by the site. But contrary to what I've read, I read that the only sites that have sewer are the 50 amp hookups. That's not true. The 30 amp hookups have sewer. The 50 amp hookups do not. Wow, that's pretty cool. Does not look like this campground's very crowded. That's a shame. But it, like I said, it is way out in the boonies. And maybe at one time it was very popular. I don't know. But one of the people that gave a review on it said that their kids had a blast here. And they had little ones. So to each his own, you know, everybody has their own idea of what wonderful is. Whoa, hot, sweating. I dumped my tanks. So I had a choice when I got here. I had a choice. Since I reserved, there's a rig behind me waiting to dump. Since I reserved a spot with a sewer, oh God, I'm sweating. You always get to see me looking at my worst. All grimy, sweaty. Okay, so I had a choice because I reserved a spot with a sewer. So this place, I gotta tell you, is they did me right, okay? In fact, I came a day early. So I reserved to come in here a day early. I got on there last night and I got on the website and I picked a additional day. And I was able to get an additional day. And so I came here a day early and I reserved spots with sewer. Now the only spots that have sewer are the 30 amp. So if you have a 50 amp camper, you could still park in a 30 amp. You get one of those little pony connectors, and the pony connector will allow you to, you know, use a 50 amp hookup. And you just be limited on different electrical devices that you use. I don't know how much that affects your air conditioner. It depends on how many BTUs you're running. Maybe you could only run one air conditioner. Oh, God forbid, you know. Suck it up, buttercup. Anyway, so I guess you don't boondock much. And I'm not trying to be rude. It's just reality. Sometimes you just can't have everything. But you got to read in advance, which is what I do. But so anyway, I looked at the map, and the lady who was really nice, Jennifer, she told me that she gave me the map, and she said, and the gate code, and she gave me a map which showed me how many full hookup spots they have. Well, you know, when you're in an older campground and when you're on water, you don't have a lot of sewer campsites, because if you know anything about camping, you cannot have sewer close to the water. At the state parks, especially, I learned that when I was at Lake Havasu State Park, you cannot have sewer close to the water, because in case one of those sewer tanks were to break, you know, one of those tanks that hold your poop, you don't want that water going into the lake where people are swimming. You know, I don't swim in your toilet, so don't pee in my pool, kind of thing. So, okay, so that being said, there is only, let's see, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 spots in this park that have sewer hookup. And this park has, I think it has like 300 sites. I'm trying to look and see how many numbers they have. Well, maybe 200 sites. It says 186 is the highest number that the sites go to. 186 sites. This is just like general rule of thumb anywhere you go. It's not just this campground, any campground. So she took me to the first loop, and the first loop has sites 1 through 15. A lot of the places were unlevel, but the most level site was site number 14. And I really didn't like that loop. You know, she goes, you can go to the other site. You can go to the other site that has sites 17 to 22. There's only 3 sites available there with sewer. But she says, I have 3, I'll be really honest. She says, I have 3 really big rigs coming in today. She says, we really like to reserve those for the big Class A's that can't fit in this loop that we know are coming in. But it is first come, first serve. You can go over there if you want, you know. And I'm like, well, I really don't want to be a Debbie Downer for those other 3 rigs, you know. because she said one of them was a big bus and one of them was a big fifth wheel. I really don't want to be a Debbie Downer for those rigs, but I'm just gonna go check it out. I says, in the meantime, where's the dumps? Because maybe I'll just go to another site that just doesn't have sewer. I mean, if I dump, that's my choice. While I'm over here, I thought, well, I'll just dump while I'm there. So I dumped my tanks and I flushed them out, put some bleach in there in my black tank. I wanted to bleach out my black tank, and then I also put some bleach in my freshwater tank, and I'm gonna let that swish around a little bit. There's not much water in there at all, and so I'm going to, when I get to my site and I hook up the hose for the fresh water, I'm going to put some fresh water in my freshwater tank, and then when I leave, and then I'm going to let it swish around when I go from my site back up to the dump, and when I leave, I'll end up, or just before I leave, when I leave, I'll go and I'll dump that into my gray tank and then dump it in the sewer, so that this way I've cleaned out my freshwater tank. I'd like to do that once a month with a little bleach in there, clean out my drinking water tank. You don't put a lot of bleach in there, because you can't drink bleach water. But a little bit of bleach ain't gonna hurt you, so I put a little bit of bleach with some lemon in there. You want to get any bacteria, because bacteria can grow in there just like you can in your water bottle. Oh my God, look at that. That's a mushroom going on the tree. Have you ever seen anything like that? Oh my God, have you ever seen anything like that? Alvin, I still want my hula hoop. Ha 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 ha. I vacuumed those Mises out of here. All gone. When I had my patrol car, they would inspect it, and I had one of the cleanest engines. We would armor all the insides of our engines. Ask anybody at the LCSO. This is dirty. I have to go clean it now because it's gonna drive me crazy. Well, I cleaned up a little bit. Those mice really made it dirty in there. But I took a little vinegar and water and cleaned up my engine a little bit, so it didn't look too bad. Cleaned up some of the dirt off of it, but it's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. Well, good morning, YouTubers and RVRebel watchers. This is my morning view. I'm calling it a jetty. It's not really a jetty, but it's a little island. I chose to pass on the sewer setup to be on the water. So this particular little island here attaches basically to 3 campsites. And then there's my rig. Okay. I don't know what kind of fish are in here. It's just a small little lake, Cherokee Landing Lake. everybody. I'm riding my bike and with my raft. Yeah. Okay, so these are things that you have to learn to do on your own. Thank goodness I do have the electric bike because this place is uphill and downhill. And you have to learn to do things on your own, by yourself. That's what being a solo female senior citizen nomad is all about, right? But sometimes I get a little help from my friends. Yep, I do sometimes. So there's my raft. I already blew it up. I know it probably would have been easier to blow it up there, but no, this raft for some reason is not really easy to blow up. So I cheated, not cheated, but I used the air machine that I bought for my blow up mattresses, which I don't have anymore. But it always comes in handy. I know. So I'm going to go to the pool. It's a beautiful day. Danny's inside. She cannot go with. And we slept really good last night. And we're going to, that pool, nobody is even at the pool. There was one little kid and her mom and dad yesterday. Yeah, there's like nobody at this park. I know. So I'm going to take you with. Do you want to come with? A day at the pool? Let's go. Well, I made it to the pool. Yep. I got my float, got my bike. Went swimming. Yep, this is the pool. It's really nice, really big. Nice big pool. Hardly anybody was here. Got some sun. Actually, my tummy got really dark. So I'm going to ride my bike back. Look how big that pool is. 3 foot to 6 foot. It's only 6 foot deep. But it's huge. Very big pool. And this is the most. But we basically had the pool to ourselves all day. So I'm going to head back to the camp.
Really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.